In this video, I want to show you a basic repair. See, this customer tore his catsuit. You can see, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you can see the fingernail marks. He's been pulling on this area with untrimmed nails, and he's torn this spot on the leg. So I'm going to show you how to repair that. What I would do first is I would take my solvent on a clean and soft cloth. By the way, I love these solvent pumps. It keeps your workroom from getting too stinky by having the open solvent. So I clean the area pretty good. He was good and brought me this piece fairly clean. So, and then I'm actually going to turn it inside out. Since we want the repair to be as undetectable as possible, turn it inside out, and of course we need to clean that too. It's important that you get off any body oils, lubricants, powders, you know, anything at all that might prevent your glue from sticking. Right. Now I've pre-cut a patch. I'm going to clean off the powder from the roughed up side, since that will take the glue and stick just a little bit easier. You notice how it curls up like crazy. Don't worry about that, it will uncurl. I'm going to take some glue. This is in a Elmer's bottle, but it's really the best test glue here. It's really that glue. Although both of them work as long as it says acid-free and no wrinkle. Okay. Now, one of the tricks actually, let me show you this. One of the tricks I like to do is I take a ruler and stick it down the leg of the pant. This way I won't get any glue on the outside of the leg where I don't want it. See that ruler in there? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply glue in a larger area than my patch is going to be. Try to make a thin, even coat of glue. You can use a credit card for this. It's actually easier to do with a credit card. You get a more even coat and, you know, less lumpy or whatever. But I learned this way, and it's just the way I do it. Okay. Now that ruler in there has got some glue on it, so I'm actually gonna remove it. Somebody is ringing the bell for my shop. Put in a clean ruler in there. Now, I'm wearing the gloves to protect myself from the solvent because it's got some bioaccumulative carcinogens in it. Now I am carefully sticking the edges of the tear to itself. As you can see, that's how easy it was. That will help make sure there's no gap when you put on the patch and help it have a more seamless look. Now I'm going to apply some glue to the patch. Just a thin layer. Again, this is a really great job for a credit card because you don't get those streaks and bumps. just like to make sure I can't get it on the garment by doing that. Okay. Now you want to apply the patch from one end to the other to make sure not to trap any bubbles. So I'm going to go ahead and lay one edge of it down with my finger. You see how I am slowly pushing it down so as not to trap any bubbles under it. Now I'm going to take a clean piece of soft fabric, soak it really good in the thinner, and clean off the excess glue. However, I'm not going to clean off the excess glue too well. In fact, what I'm doing is starting from the outside and pushing it in towards that edge. Because what I'm hoping to end up with is a bead of glue along that edge to keep the edge from coming up. Because over time, with the sweat and the rubbing, you can undermine the edge there, and then the patch will come up. So it's more like I'm using the thinner and the cloth just to consolidate the glue. Okay? I'm going to use a clean spot just to clean off the middle of it to make sure I didn't get any gobs in there. Alright, so that is now patched. You could, well, you definitely want to roll it with your roller. I use a wooden roller because although the metal ones are sexy, these are a lot less expensive. That helps to really cement the bond. Okay. Now you can see, because I used my ruler, I don't have a lot of excess glue on the leg, which is nice. And the repair is barely visible. I'm going to go ahead and use a brand new piece of cloth. Soak it in the thinner and go ahead and gently clean off a little bit of the glue. Now, not all of it, but just a little bit. Trying to make sure not to clean it out of the actual crease itself. Alright, and now the final step is to take some powder. I like to put powder in a piece of old t-shirt or a piece of spandex. That way it's cleaner. You just dump it on there and then it is powdered so that the glue won't accidentally stick to a part of the suit you did not intend it to. I should have powdered this before I turned it to show you. On the inside, definitely important to powder this patch because it's all super cleaned off. Okay? So I like to powder it real good, and that way it won't accidentally adhere to the inside of the leg while it's curing. And that's what that looks like. One basic latex tear repair. Is that